Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Wednesday afternoon at 5:15, and I'm here with Marlene K from Irvine. Looking forward to meeting you. It's going to be great. As you see, excuse me, I'm a little bit sweaty, and I've still haven't got a beard. I've left it off, because I think it takes years off me. Just a couple of intros. YC Sports, obviously, personalisation for badminton sports equipment, 5% discount available on any Yonex and personalisation. And also Oliver Sports, 10 or 20% off Oliver Sports. It'll help me greatly if you support the channel and go online and click on the in the comments below. You'll see a link to the voucher. That'd be cool. And I'll head over now to Marlene. Say hello, Marlene. Hi. How are you today?
I'm fine.
I'm really well. Have you got sunshine over in Irvine?
Yeah, it was really, really hot yesterday and the day before. It's not so nice today, but it's still warm.
It's absolutely boiling here.
It's still good.
It's absolutely boiling over here in Peebles. It's been lovely to be sitting out in the garden, and I burnt a wee bit yesterday. And I'm on holiday this week, so it's been quite nice, but just dicking about in the garden and stuff like that. Irvine, is it near the sea, Irvine?
Yeah, we've got a beach. It's about maybe like a 10-minute drive from where I live, but we've got a full coast, so there's like Irvine and Troon Beach, Ayr Beach, so we're right on the coast.
Wow.
There's a lot of nice beaches around.
And do you swim in the sea or anything? I love outdoor swimming. Love it.
Oh no, I don't.
Don't you?
I've done that before.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Wetsuit, swimming with a wetsuit on in the sea. To be honest with you, I just love. I went for a walk a day before yesterday, and we just went. There's a wee stream, and I found I can't stay away from water. As soon as I see water, I just strip and I'm in. I don't care how cold it is. In fact, the colder the better. Sitting in streams up by me. There's obviously nowhere near the sea, but there's wee rivers run by, and it's it's lovely. People, I don't know if you've ever been. It's on the Tweed, so there's a lot of water about. A lot of. It's a lovely wee place. And is that where you've grown up, Marlene?
Yeah, I've always lived in Irvine.
Do you know what I think about when I think of Marlene is Only Fools and Horses?
I get that all the time.
Do you? Everybody shouting, Marlene, Marlene!
Yeah, I think that's most people, that's the only place where they've heard that name.
It's very unusual. I don't know anybody else. Was it Del Trotter's girlfriend? I think it might have been.
Yeah, I think so. I've actually never watched it, but I just know that it's the name from there.
And is that, if you ask your dad, is that where you got your name?
Yeah, well, it was actually my mum. My mum used to do athletics, right, and she knew someone called Marlene, and she just liked the name, and then that's why she called me it.
Are you sure it wasn't? Are you sure it wasn't because she liked Only Fools and Horses? Have you checked?
No, well, she does like that too, but
she's never going to tell you. She's never going to tell you. Okay, good. Well, thank you. Go on. Sorry, you're saying.
I was just going to say, anyone I meet, they've never heard anyone else that's got my name, so it's quite.
Is it your full name? Or do you have a nickname?
No, that's just
Marlene.
My nickname.
Everybody calls you that.
Yeah. Some people used to call me Maz, but Marlene is always what it is.
Cool. And so, have you lived in Irvine all your life?
Yeah, always.
Born and bred.
Lived in. Yeah.
That's good. And what's the badminton scene like over there? Is there a lot of badminton?
Well, when I was younger, it was the whole Ayrshire area was really popular. North Ayrshire and Irvine not so much, and then it really died away. But there's a few clubs now, like kids clubs around, so it's starting to get a bit more popular again now. But for a while there was like nothing in Irvine for years. Mm-hmm. There was a few adult kind of clubs, but nothing for kids.
What about coaching? Is there much coaching about?
Not really, no. When I was younger, there was loads and loads of clubs, and then I don't know why, but just everything kind of died away, and there was basically nothing for like kids. But it's kind of picked up. There's a few clubs and stuff, so it's getting.
And what do you feel about coaching? Did you like being coached, and do you think you would ever coach yourself?
I do like being coached, but I hate coaching. Yeah. I have tried,
have you?
But yeah.
What did you try with? Did you try with beginners, or did you try with somebody of a standard?
Beginners. So, and it was younger children, like between like maybe like 7, maybe up to the years of 12.
Yes.
But it was a beginners club. But I'm quite shy, and I don't think I'm that good a coach anyway. So I just really didn't like doing it.
What did you think of who coached you?
So well, I had quite a few coaches. When I first started, the very first club I went to, there was a old guy called Ronnie Lithgow. He was really old. He was my first.
He's really old. He's probably like 40.
No, he was really old. He was like about, I don't know, he must have been in his late 60s. Right. He was.
What was his name? Really Ronnie what?
Lithgow.
Lithgo.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
So he was my like, that
was your
was the
first coach?
club I went to. Yeah, I wouldn't say like coach, but he definitely
got you into
like it. Got me into it, taught me a lot of stuff as a beginner. And then I started at his club, and then he like.
What age were you there? What age were you there, Marlene?
I started when I was about 7 or 8. Really?
And what do you think? How long were you with him before you thought you really liked it and you wanted to go somewhere else, or did he only cater for a certain age and then you needed to go somebody else after that?
No, I stayed with him he had 2 clubs. It was like on a Tuesday and Thursday night. So I went to that.
I guess it's a small place and there's not a lot to do, is there? Was it one of them things? Was it one of them? Yeah. Was it popular as well?
Yeah, it was really. When I went, it was really, really popular. There was in the hall there was 5 courts and they were always full. Really? Like the full 5 courts were filled with kids, brilliant. So it was very busy. So I started with him on a Tuesday and Thursday in the club, and then because he did think I was quite good, he invited me to a Monday night club, which was a bit older people. Like I was like 7 or 8. There was the people there were maybe like 10 or older. Good. So I went there, and then. I'm
sorry, was there a lot of girls as well, Marlene? Are we quite unique in that?
There was definitely more girls than boys. Maybe double boys to girls, but there was quite a lot of girls. But as you go on, a lot of the girls do fall away, and it's mostly boys. But it was quite good, like a mixed group.
And did you like singles or doubles? What were you thinking? What was that?
Definitely singles. Was that? Like that is my thing, singles.
Always been.
I do. Yeah, always. Like I did play doubles. I quite like doubles. I played mixed too, but I hated mixed. I did play it, but I hated it. But singles was my main.
Why was that? It's because you like the smash at the back.
Yeah, I just like it's all on me kind of thing. Like, and it's just up to me. I just need to play my best. So I don't need to rely on anyone.
But when you played, interestingly that you didn't like mixed, but you like doubles. Was that because was it because you felt that you were pushed at the net always when you played mixed, and that's what you hated about it? Where ladies doubles, you could be at the back.
Yeah, I hated mixed because I just always felt as if I was stuck in the front and didn't really know what I was meant to be doing.
But when you played ladies doubles, did you stay at the back and your partner stayed at the front?
Yeah, well, actually, I have a little sister. She's 2.5 years younger than me, so we played doubles for years, quite a lot, and we played it as a mix. So I played like as the guy at the back.
Really?
That's probably why I liked it.
So you would have been alright playing mix if the guy had promised to stay at the net.
Yeah, I wouldn't have minded if we done it that way.
And going back to your coaching, going back to Ronnie Lithgow.
Yeah.
So he's a guy who's bringing in loads of kids, really young kids, really enthusiastic. 5 courts, what's that, twice a week, 5 times 4. There's 20 people twice a week, and it's overflowing with people. Did he do it by himself? Was there other people with him? Was it just him?
No, it was just him.
And how did he manage to keep everybody? When you've got a lot of kids of that age, how did he manage to keep them all kind of focused, and was he very structured, or did you just give them a shuttle and say, on you go guys, have a good 2 hours, I'll
Yeah,
see you in a bit? What was that like?
yeah, it was more like that, like just play. It was more games kind of thing.
Yeah,
um like just like wee games, or like just kind of like go with someone, have a hit, play a game. But if you did
yeah.
want tips, or he would walk
Did
around, and
he?
if he seen like someone doing something, he'd maybe take them to the side.
Yeah.
I remember like I'm doing stuff with me to get hula hoops out and put two in the two back corners, two in the front two corners, and then he'd stand in the middle, serve,
Yeah.
and I try to do five, and I try to get the five shuttles in each hoops. So we do wee things like that,
Mhm.
but mostly it was just like
But he kept
games.
it fun for
Most,
everybody, right? No matter what the standard
uh,
was, yeah.
yeah.
And he had, I guess, he
So
had a lot of absolute beginners coming every week, as well as the people that have been like yourself, that have been for a couple of years, that know what you're doing. And it's, I always think that's a hard one when somebody comes in that can't hit, and it's that thing, isn't it?
yeah,
You know, it's when you.
yeah,
But it's a real art, really. I mean, like you saying, I don't really think I'd be a very good coach, and there's a lot of people I've talked to who are coaches, like professional coaches, or people who the coaches have different abilities. If you probably would, you'd probably say you're not really a great coach, as in for kids growing up or bringing young kids in. But maybe if you found somebody, if you like, what age would you think you were the best at? What years? What age were you when you were the best? Do you
uh,
think you had been?
my my full junior
Was it?
years, from probably about the age of from about 12 to about 16, 17, was my
Was it the
like
best?
really
That was the
good
prime.
period.
So do you think? So
Yeah.
do you think now then? So if, for example, there was an individual person of coming up to those years, and you weren't coaching like a huge group of people, and you had to get all the kids put shuttles into hula hoops, but you had somebody who thought you could be as good as you were back in those times. Maybe
Yeah,
that would be your thing. If you found somebody
yeah,
there,
but
yeah,
yeah, I have thought about that. Like, I would, if I was to ever
yeah,
coach, like, I would prefer someone like not a beginner, and do
one
a
on one,
one-on-one
one on one.
kind of,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I could help that way. But like doing it as a group or beginner kind of thing, I just really didn't
Or
like
even
that. And
two. I think you could coach even two.
yeah,
If you got two players of a
yeah,
similar age that are competing against each other, you knock those two together, and you go along to a sports hall and you give them drills, and you talk. And I don't know if you watched any of the interviews with Andy Cook, who's a coaching group.
so that,
Did you listen to them?
I know who it is,
Aye.
but I've not managed to watch that one
Yeah.
yet. But I know who
Yeah.
it
Andy
is.
Cook's a coach, is a very experienced coach in Grangemouth, and he taught Jim Mailer and Bruce Flockart. Um,
Oh
when they
yeah,
were both singles at the top of their game, and he trained the two of them together. So yeah, I think it's funny, isn't it? It's not. I don't know if it doesn't necessarily need to be about money or anything like that. I just think that you like, there's a guy in the Borders I know, Callum Smith's doing really well. He lives in a really, really rural place, and he will struggle to get very good. He certainly won't get very good coaching around in this area. I know he has to go to Glasgow to Craig Robertson and all of these guys, Alan and stuff, and over to get a decent game. So if you're in Irvine, there's somebody. Do you know names? Do you know people that have come through? Do you hear of names, Marlene, in Irvine now, or not really? Oh, I've lost you. No, I've lost your audio. Lost you. I can't hear you. Are you there? No, I can't hear you. 1 second. Sorry, your audio's gone. I'm gonna try and bring you back. Could you turn your audio off and on again? No, I can't hear you. Is it me? Can you hear me okay? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Oh, I can't hear you. What's going on? Do you want to hang back in? Sorry about this. Can't hear you. Hear me? Can't hear you. Because I can't even. Don't worry, I'll edit this back out. Oh. Maybe I'll hang up. I'll hang up. I'll hang up this call, right? And I'll start a new one.